Okay, hello everyone. Again, today we have another official Marvel Tōkon guide, but now it is for Peni Parker. And Peni is one of the characters that I wanted to kind of like make a breakdown for the most, because I feel like she's pretty interesting in terms of her moveset, and it's also going to be a really good character for beginners and probably quite strong in like the first couple of months of the game because of how obnoxious like her game plan can be. The colors are looking pretty nice. I like the yellow one. It kind of looks like Bumblebee almost. It looks really nice. This one looks like a reference to Venom or even like to Evangelion, depending on how you see it. But she has pretty good colors. I like the colors overall. They are really nice. So let's look at Peni's normals. She doesn't have probably the best normals, at least the light ones, because like the thing with Peni in this game is that she is indeed kind of like a big body character. You know, if you look at the light normals, they're pretty stubby. Like they don't have insane range, and at the same time they are a bit slower, and the animations look with more end lag. So I don't think that Peni has the best line normals, but it's going to get compensated by the bigger normals and also like the item toss, you know, and all the projectiles. So yeah, for example, the medium normals have a lot of range. They are on this lower end when you compare them maybe to other characters, but like she dashes a ton, then she hits you probably with a little bit of an extended hitbox, you know, in like the robot or mecha that she uses, right, in the stand M. The same with the crouch M. So like she has pretty good medium and heavy normals. She just moves forward a ton, has a giant hitbox like many other good normals in the game. And the thing with Peni is that she will feel like a big body character, even if she's not like a grappler or a character that has armor. She's pretty clearly designed to feel like a big body character that also plays differently. You know, it's kind of like the idea with the design. So she's gonna have good big normals, but not the best small normals. It's gonna be the way to go for her. But again, everything gets compensated with all the projectiles and crazy stuff. Then just, you know, the auto combos, all the standard stuff that we've watched until now with all the characters. So the first unique gadget launcher. This is essentially, you know, just Peni throwing random items. And this is very obviously like inspired in a character like Faust from Guilty Gear, right? The random item toss is very, very connected with Guilty Gear as a series and Faust as a character. And the thing with Peni is that, you know, if you read right here, it says, shoots out a drone at random form of selection of 8 types. So if you want to play Peni, you can essentially over time play her in 2 ways. You just use the random item toss and have fun and don't think about it. Or you develop a lot of awareness about the effect of each one of the items, you know, and become super, super conscious about how to use every single item when they appear on the screen. And the thing about this, you know, about the random item toss, is that something until now that we have seen is that she doesn't have any like projectiles or items that are bad for her. For example, there are some games in which Faust and Guilty Gear has item tosses that are arguably kind of like better for the opponent than him, or at least it's a neutral situation, right? It connects to kind of like how are you going to deal with the item in the screen, more than actually being good, something good for me automatically. But with Peni, it really feels like they made all the items good. So that is something very, very positive about how Peni's going to play that. Independently of what you get on the screen, highly likely you are gonna kind of like just be at advantage. Let's actually check every single one, because so first, the first item toss is a bomb. So it is kind of like a setup bomb, more than a Sony tool. Probably if you get it in an Oki situation, it's pretty good, right? Also for Sony, like in the long term, because it takes time to actually explode. Then this rocket launcher is almost just like an anti-air item toss, right? Then the drill is just a random projectile. It doesn't look that good in comparison. Then you have a mine and the giant spider. So those are 5 item tosses. I don't think it's the, you know, every single one, so important to have that in mind. Then you have the gadget launcher. It says a drone summoned by a gadget launcher accelerates forward to perform an attack. I don't know if you have control over this drone in particular. I don't think so. It's just that it's different, so they are kind of like giving the detail about it, right? So this one is more like a full screen projectile just to kind of like mess up with the opponent, but it doesn't look like it has that much hit stun. So it's probably just gonna be for some crazy interaction. That you have the random spider, the rocket launcher as an anti-air ride, the drill or bazooka spider. What else do you have? A spider seeker. Okay, so she has literally a drone. This one is one that we haven't seen before from the video. So she has literally a drone that follows you. This is probably one of the best ones, at least for zoning. One of the best items for sure. Then you have the bomb ride, the parachute bomb. Probably insanely good for Oki, like I said before. Oh, this one is really interesting. Okay, so that's kind of like a classic Faust item, actually, like the bombs, right? Very, very inspired by Faust. And essentially, this item is highly likely going to be one of the best ones that you can get because you have control over moving it on the screen. The opponent probably also can move it, just like with Faust. But the thing is that you're going to have like a very, interesting interaction with Penny when you play and you get this item because you have all the nuance about when you're going to hit it so that it gets close to your opponent to explode and things like that, right? It's going to be very fun and good. And again, like I said, the opponent can also hit it. So it's going to be a very interesting interaction and fun. Oh, that's the spider beacon. Okay, that's then probably the best one, to be honest. Because this is stupid as hell. So it takes a while for the giant spider to come out, but you get kind of like the beacon that it tells you is going to happen. So like every time that you play Penny and you see this beacon, just go in. Go in like a monster because the giant spider is coming, man. So it's probably one of the best items. So that's kind of like the whole gimmick, okay, of Penny as a character, that at the end of the day, you are going to just try to master all the items, their uses, right? How you can functionally apply them in different situations and be aware when they appear on how you can use them very quickly. Then you have the wall stick or wall climb. This is kind of like more niche, of course, than just the random item toss. But this is probably going to be good to get off the corner and also even for some mix-up, because you can probably like do the wall stick when people are waking up in the corner, and there's gonna be some crazy okie situations there or offense. I wouldn't sleep on it, especially since you can throw the projectiles when you're on the wall stick. Then this, dude, this attack is one of the best attacks that Penny has. Like every time that I see footage of this character, this specific special move just, it seems insanely strong because it's a full screen projectile that if you hit the M version, it's a full combo story for free. You don't need to do, the EX version and use meter. And also, it is much less committal than someone, like Spider-Man that throws a spider webs and goes at you on your face. And people can anti-air you, right? They can maybe do a super and react to it with invulnerability. And Spider-Man gets hit and, deserves or receives a lot of damage. With Penny, you just throw a full screen projectile. And if you hit it, you get a full combo. So, like, this is one of the best moves that Penny has. And if you want to play Penny in the beta or when the, game comes out, I would really, really encourage you to kind of spam this special move or use it a lot. It's one of the best. Then we have this. Yeah, this seems mostly like a combo fodder move. I don't think you're going to use this actually to play neutral or anything like that. Maybe you can, call out an assist and then do this to call up space and neutral and make it safe. But I don't think there's going to be any situation in which this move is actually plus. Maybe the EX version is a bit less negative on block. And you can also use it maybe as an air-to-air, right? But it is mostly going to be for combos and sometimes neutral skipping, and that will be it. It might be also, crazy for combos because of what we just saw there, that she can do the EX version into a wall stick. And Ghost Rider there is still, available to get hit again. You can extend the combo. So there might be some crazy wall stick combo route with this character. But that special move mostly for combos. This one, the multi-hit attack. This one is also kind of like for combos. It is pretty good that also the medium version, if we take a look at it again, it causes a juggle. So you don't need to use meter, just like with the web shoot that she does full screen. If you use the M version, you see Ghost Rider, spinning in the air. So you have the opportunity to do a combo without using meter. Like Penny has a lot of resources actually, or opportunities to do long combos without using kind of any meter. So it seems pretty strong as a point character. And yeah, you can do it in the air, right? But again, most of the time, you're probably going to use this move mostly for combos and that's it. And you can also use it with the wall stick. I don't think you're going to use this in pressure. At least you're not for, being plus. Maybe you're going to use it in a block string and then call on assist to reset your turn or your offense, but not really for getting plus phrase or anything like that. This move, this is going to be one of the best moves. I'm going to call it right now, especially in the first couple of months of the game. This is going to be nuts. A lot of Penny players are just going to do super jump into waiting event, into doing the flying spider. It's going to be very common. And it's going to be quite hard to deal against this because sometimes she's going to cross you up with the flying spider, more stuff like that. So this is another move that I would encourage you to spam or to use a lot. When you start learning this character, just don't feel afraid of doing the flying spider in the air a ton. It seems really good, hard to anti-air. Sometimes you're gonna even cross up and mix people So yeah, pretty good special move. And like, it's why I said before that the character sometimes can feel a bit obnoxious, you know? Okay, the assist. She has that as her projectile assist. That seems really good, actually. And then the unique is an item toss. It's 2 item tosses. Okay. Do we assume, you know, that all the time the 2 item tosses are random, of course? So, I mean, it seems like pretty good assist. I'm not gonna lie. Just having this one, just having the projectile assist as the first one, like having, sorry, the web shot as the first projectile assist is really good. It is, of course, the light version, though, of the projectile. It's not the medium one. If it was the medium and you would get, like, you know, sucked in by the web shoot, and then your point character gets a full combo, would be insane. But it's still pretty good that she has that projectile assist. Then the DP one is pretty standard. Probably other characters have a better one. And the unique is pretty good depending on if you get lucky at the end of the day. You know, if you get a couple of crazy gadgets or like random, you know, items, it could be really strong. And the one in the air is like the attack when she goes down, so that's also pretty good. She has decent assists. They're not that bad at all. Then the level 1 super, both in the air and in the ground. It is mostly going to be just for damage, probably. Just, you know, most level 1s in this game are like for extending damage and combos, and that's it. And then, do we get any, like, buff after the level 3? Because a lot of characters get an install or buff, right? What does Penny get? It says transform to a series of attacks. After using this move or the level 3, the next time gadget launcher is used, it will shoot out spider beacon. Oh, so you get... Okay, that's pretty strong. If the spider beacon has situations in which it could be like insane for pressure, Oki, for mix-up, it does mean kind of that like every time that you do a level 3 with Penny, the next interaction is free. You can, you know, run your offense, and after maybe people defend themselves from your offense, you can just do the random item toss and you have another turn because you get the giant spider. So it's actually a pretty good buff. It is a really good, like, extra thing to have after the level 3 or the 100-meter super. I wouldn't say that it's weak at all. Like, some people are going to sleep on it, I feel, because it doesn't seem that crazy. But at the end of the day, when you play a random item toss character and they get, you know, insanely good items for free, it's always good. So the combo, yeah, like I said, first combo has a wall stick extension. Ooh, we have to take a look at this again. So let's take a look at it. So she does a tech throw, right? Tech throw into 2H. Instant 2H. 2H in this game or down heavy has invulnerability, from what I understand. So it is one of the best anti-airs in any fighting game out there, to be honest. Then she just does normals in the air. Nothing too crazy. Your typical, you know, medium heavy interactions. Then down H to extend the combo. And she does the EX multi-hit attack, right? The multi-hit special move into the wall stick. And then after the wall stick, she does a couple of normals, I think, and another of the multi-hit attack. And then she gets another extension because Doom gets, you know, stuck in the wall. And then after Doom gets stuck in the wall by the multi-hit attack, what does happen? She does a random item toss because she has time to throw the item since Doom is going down super slowly. So she does random item toss into more normals, into the medium version of the projectile because it extends the combo for free. Look at that, okay? And then it ends the combo with 2H, and she didn't like extend it with any meter or stuff like that. So it just, you know, she gets the max meter for combos. It is actually a pretty crazy first combo, especially for a character like Penny that didn't get that many insane combo routes in other footage that we saw. Oh my god, okay. So we do have combo routes with the giant spider. Okay, nice. We have to take a look at that again. Wait a second. That was pretty crazy. So that's the first one. The second combo, she does a jump in neutral, and she does the item toss in the air. But she still gets like a, you know, a combo started on Doom because he was too negative trying to do another move. So she starts the combo, and the random spider is already getting called. So she does a couple of normals. She's aware that the spider is coming. So she does 2H or down heavy into nothing. And the giant spider extends the combo. Then she does jump into like the belly attack, you know, into the ground, whatever way or name it had. And you can extend the combo after that. And then just normals into level 1. Okay. They're showing pretty cool routes for Penny. Okay, extensions with bomb. That's also kind of like a Faust style combo. Nice. Okay, more, you know, usage of the X moves in this one to get the longest combo possible. Let's actually take a look at that again. But this is not as crazy as the other ones for me, because in this one, she simply did like a bomb setup, which is going to happen a lot with this character. Like, if you're aware of how the bomb works and when it's going to explode, you can get a lot of crazy combos for sure. It's going to take time to get used to it, but it's not going to be insanely hard necessarily, because it probably has a lot of hit stun. So she does the bomb into the neutral skip attack, or like the combo extender. Then the 2H puts Doom against the bomb, and it extends the combo by a lot. It allows her to do like a super jump, I think. I'm not sure what happened there exactly. Maybe she jumped after the 2H. I'm not super sure of that interaction. Then she does like 2H into air. I think it is like the air assist of Spider-Man. And then just a couple of EX moves. Yeah, and a normal in between. Yeah, it's kind of a weird combo route. But for me, the two first ones were much crazy because she was doing extensions with interactions that I feel are going to be more niche. The one with the bomb, you're probably gonna like experience that more than you think. So yeah, Penny looking good. Like I said, it's probably a really good character for beginners because it's a character that has a very low skill floor. Like, you can just, you know, toss random items, have fun with the projectiles and all that, and then over time you develop the mastery of understanding each one of the items, what they do. So it's really good for beginners, and also has a high skill ceiling. It's going to be one of the best characters to get into the game. So yeah, that was the breakdown for Penny. Like and subscribe if you want to get, you know, more videos like this on your feed from Marvel Tōkon. Thank you for watching, and see you on the next one. Take care.